Alright, this is part 3 of the porch build. This will be the final episode on the porch build. The only thing this isn't going to cover is the steel on the roof. I'll cover that when I start putting the steel up on the house. But hope you guys have enjoyed this little porch build. I know it's going to be pretty awesome to sit out here once I finally live out here. I believe this is a project that all of you guys can do. And so we're just going to go ahead and get into this part 3 episode. And after we finish part 3 of building it, I'm going to go into a cost breakdown of this post and beam porch, so you guys have an idea of how much it costs. I'm going to try to break it down into parts, but then break it down in how much it costs per linear foot to give you somewhat of an idea of what it would cost you to do something similar on your existing house or a build that you're planning. Alright, good morning everybody. I should be able to finish up this porch this morning, or today. I got to deck it all, and then I'm going to put some synthetic roofing felt down, and just to protect it until I get the metal on, and it'll give me a little bit extra grip when I'm putting my metal up. But when I put these purlins on, my goal was to be able to line an 8-foot sheet of plywood up at the bottom fascia board and then have it sit right in the middle of the purlin, which on this side I did it perfect. I'm not going to have to cut anything over there, but this side, for some reason, I messed my measurement up and I'm off about an inch. So instead of just scooting it all the way up and patching in a board, I'm just going to drop it down, and then I'll snap a line and use my skill saw to cut it off. So, you know, mistakes happen. Even if you do this a lot, you're going to screw up, and you just got to roll with it and figure out the best solution to fix it. And for me, I feel like the best thing to do is just to set my top of my board in the middle of the purlin up here and then cut the bottom inch off. It should be pretty easy to do. I can just snap a chalk line, run my skill saw down along there, and cut it all off. So I have to have my skill saw up here anyway to cut off these corners on the hip. Find it's best if you just overlay it, snap a chalk line, and then you can cut them all off at once. So I'm going to keep on working. I'm pumped that I got the skid steer over here with the plywood before it got too muddy. I got pretty much all the sheets I need over here, so I should be able to finish this up pretty quick. And these small pieces up here that you see along here that I'm going to have to cut, those will be easy. I can carry those up and bring them down here. But moving right along, it's Thursday, and should be able to finish up this today. So pretty excited about that. this sheeting when I'm doing a hip. So basically, just lay your sheet of plywood and let it extend up over your hip, like that. Then you're going to take a nail, put it in the center, tack it in there. Take your string line, hook onto it, hold it in the center down here. It's hard to see because of the sun. Hold it in the center. Snap your line. And then you just cut it. Now what I do is I always tack the bottom. I get it squared up, tack the bottom, and then I wait till the nail to rest until I cut this, but they'll just fall right into place. Alright, we got it all decked and covered. I put this synthetic paper on it, and I mainly did it because it's going to be a little bit before it's going to be a little bit before I get the metal on this, because I'm going to put all the metal up here first, just because this is a lot more traction than the metal. So this will keep it nice and dry. I'll eventually tape that up against the house. But this is a synthetic that's approved for steel. Some of it's not, some of it is. I don't know really what the difference is, but I got the stuff that said it was approved. So, but I got her all finished. Alright, there's a little look from what it's going to look like from the inside of the house. And this part of the house is going to be an 18-foot vaulted room. There'll be a big fireplace in here. But some things to think about when you're designing your house and you're thinking about putting a porch on. You need to think about where the sun is, whether you want the sun coming in your windows, whether you don't want the sun coming in. The way I positioned our house and the height I put my porch was based on the sun. So you can see it's, we're in the winter here, and I have light coming in the door in these windows. So in the winter I'll get some sun in here in this room, and of course there will always be sun coming in the upper windows. But then in the summer, the sun will be high enough in the sky that sun will not come in these windows until it's setting. So just some things to think about when you're designing your house. I actually sat out here a couple days in the summer to kind of see where the sun was and relative to how I wanted to place the house. So that's personal preference. I mean, if you get online and research it, you'll say you'll find everything. People say you should face the south, it should face the north, it should do this, it should do that. And the bottom line is you should face your house whichever way you like to face it. I believe especially if you do a house, whether it's stick frame or post frame, and you have 2x6 walls, and you wrap it and you insulate it, your house is going to be very efficient. So just if you have a piece of property you're going to build, just spend a couple evenings out there to see where the sun's coming up and going down, and that'll kind of give you an idea where you want to place certain rooms and things like that. So that's very important in my opinion. I wanted to make sure I was getting some sun in here in the winter, but then in the summer the sun would be high enough that it wouldn't be blazing in these windows all day. Now I am going to get sun up there in those windows, but I can put shades on those, remote shades, and close them if I want. Now up here on this side there will be a loft up here, so it'll be cool. You can look out, and then you can also look that way and you can see out those windows and you can see out over the hill, so that'll be pretty cool. This will be about the corner of the room right here. So I hope you guys are enjoying our channel so far. And like I said before, my intentions of this channel is for it to be a resource for people who want to start to do stuff on their own, or want to build a house, or just want to learn how to do some stuff. When I started doing this, I didn't work for any builders or anything like that. I just pretty much taught myself over the years by reading, watching how-to videos, and so on and so forth. And there actually wasn't that many resources then. It's getting a little better now, but I had to learn a lot of things the hard way. I had to redo a lot of things. I screwed up a lot. But, don't be afraid to try something new. Do all the research you can. Try to learn as much as you can before you get started. And I say go for it. It's very rewarding to, even if you're going to just redo a bathroom in your house or anything like that, it's very rewarding, and you can save a ton of money. And why not if you can? So I wouldn't be standing here right now building this house if I hadn't have done all of my own projects and all of my own remodels over the years. I would have just spent too much money, and I wouldn't have been able to save and pay off my debt and stuff like that. So especially for you young guys, you guys are in the driver's seat, man. If you play your cards right, you work hard, you can easily obtain something like this where you can build your own house, buy your own piece of property. So it's never too late to get started.